Hello students, in the first part of statistics I have shown you how to calculate mean by direct method, and today in this video I am going to explain shortcut method. And in the last video I have done up to number 9, so let me start from number 10. Here it is given class intervals are 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50, and corresponding frequencies are 12, 16, 6, 7 and 9, and we are to find mean by assume mean method or shortcut method. Just like direct method, in this method also we have to prepare one table. Here class intervals are given, frequencies are given, these are given in the question. We have to find the class mark. Just like direct method, we are going to calculate class mark. Here lower limit is 0, upper limit is 10, 0 plus 10, 10, 10 divided by 2, it will be 5, so here you write 5. Now here class size is 10, so keep on adding 10, 5 plus 10, it will give 15, 15 plus 10, it will give 25, 25 plus 10, it will give 35, and 35 plus 10, it will give 45. After finding class marks, from these values we are to assume any one as assume mean. Here, though any value can be taken, I can consider 5 as assume mean or 15 or 25, but it is always better to take something from the middle. So here we are considering let A to be 25, where A is the assume mean, and you can underline this one. Clear? From these values, any value you can consider as assume mean, but it is better to take something from the middle. In the next column, that is deviation, we are to subtract this 25 from these class marks. So here it is xi minus a, and here a we have considered 25, so here you write 25. That means in the first case it will be 5 minus 25, 5 minus 25 is minus 20, 15 minus 25, 15 minus 25 is minus 10. Here it will be 25 minus 25, xi minus 25, so it will be 25 minus 25, it will be 0. Next case it is 35 minus 25, 35 minus 25 will be 10, and in the last case 45 minus 25, that will be 20. And in the last column, which is product, we are to multiply fi and di. Fi and di we are to multiply. 12 into minus 20, it will give minus 240. 16 into minus 10, it will give minus 160. 6 into 0, it will give 0. 7 into 10, it will give 70. And 9 into 20, it will give 180. Once the table is prepared, now we are to add all the frequencies and all the products. If we add all the frequencies, the sum will be 50. We can write here summation fi, it will be 50. After adding 12 plus 16 plus 6 plus 7 plus 9, sum will be 50. And then we have to add all the products. Here we can write summation fi into di. Here, while adding all the negatives you add together and all the positives you add. All the negatives means minus 240 and minus 160. If I add, I am going to get minus 400. And 70 and 180, if you add, you are going to get 250. Now minus 400 plus 250, it will give minus 150. So write here minus 150. We have considered 25 as the assumed mean. Then we should write let assume mean to be, let assumed mean, generally we use a for it, be 25. Now using the formula we can calculate mean. Here mean symbol is x bar equals to a plus summation fi di divided by summation of fi. In the bracket you should write assumed mean method. As I told you, there are 3 methods by which mean can be calculated. First one is direct method, second one is assume mean method, and third one is step deviation method. And here this formula is used in case of assume mean method. Now here we have considered 25 to be the assume mean, so here it will be 25 plus summation fi di, we got minus 150, here it will be minus 150, and summation of fi we got 50, so here it will be 50. Now 25 plus 150 divided by 50, it will give 3. Since minus is there, we should write minus 3. Now 150 divided by 50 is 3. So if I cancel, I am going to get 3 here. So it will be 25 plus minus 3. So we can write here 25 plus minus minus 3, which will give 22. Therefore, required mean equals to 22, which is the required answer. In question number 11, it is given class interval and frequency 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 120, and corresponding frequencies are 20, 35, 52, 44, 38 and 31. Here also we have to calculate mean by shortcut method or assume mean method. In question number 11, class intervals and corresponding frequencies are given in the question. First thing that we have to do, we have to find the class marks, which are also the mid values, and the symbol that we use is xi. For this, we have to add these two values. 0 plus 20, it will be 20. 20 divided by 2, 10. Here class size is 20, so we have to keep on adding 20. 20 plus 10, 30. 30 plus 20, 50. 50 plus 20, 70. Plus 20, 90. Plus 20, 110. So we got the mid values or class marks. From these class marks, any value we have to consider as the assumed mean. Suppose here we have considered 70 to be the assumed mean. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to consider 70. If you want, you can take 50, 30, 10, any value will do. But it is always better to consider something from the middle. Either you consider 50 or 70. The next column, which is deviation. Deviation is calculated by subtracting the assumed mean from xi. Here, since we have considered assumed mean to be 70, it will be xi minus 70. Now 10 minus 70, it will give minus 60. 30 minus 70, it will give minus 40. 50 minus 70, it will give minus 20. 70 minus 70, it will be 0. 90 minus 70, it will be 20. And 110 minus 70, it will give 40. So we got the deviation. In the next column, it is the product of fi and di. We have to multiply fi with di. So 20 into minus 60, this will give minus 1200. 35 into minus 40, if I multiply, I am going to get minus 1400. 52 into minus 20, minus 1040. 44 into 0, it will give 0. 38 into 20, it will be 760, and 31 into 40, it will give 1240. So we got the products. After finding the products, we have to add all the frequencies and all the products. Now if we add all the frequencies, 20 plus 35 plus 52 plus 44 plus 38 plus 31, then it will be 220. So we can write summation fi equals to 220. For this, what we will do, we will add all the negative values together and all the positive values together. If we add all the negative values, then it will be minus 3640, and if we add all the positive values, then it will be 2000. Now we are going to add this and this, that is minus 3640 plus 2000, which will give minus 1640. Since we have considered 70 to be the assumed mean, we have to mention that let assumed mean a be 70. We know mean x bar equals to a plus summation fi di by summation fi by assumed mean method. Here a we have considered 70 plus summation fi di, we got minus 1640. Here you write minus 1640, and summation fi we got 220, so write 220. 70 plus minus minus 1640 by 220. 0 can be cancelled, so we are left with 70 minus this 164 and 22. If I cancel by 2, it will be 82 divided by 11. Here it is 70 by 1. If you take LCM of 1 and 11, it will be 11. 11 divided by 1 is 11. 11 into 70, it will give 770, minus 11 divided by 11 is 1. 1 into 82, it will give 82. So we got 770 minus 82 divided by 11. Now if we subtract 82 from 770, it will give 688 by 11. And 688, if you divide by 11, 11 6 just 66, it will be 28. 11 2 just 22, it will be 6.0. 5 11 just 55, again 50. 4 11 ja 44, 60, 5 11 ja 55. In this way, after decimal, you just calculate 3 places. So you got 62.545. Now, since in the third place, it is 5 or more than 5, so you have to cancel this 5 and we have to add 1. So it will become 62.55. Therefore, required mean is 62.55. In question number 12, it is given class intervals are 100 to 120, 120 to 140, 140 to 160, 160 to 180 and 180 to 200, and corresponding frequencies are 10, 20, 30, 15 and 5, and we are to find mean by assume mean method. Here class interval and frequencies are given in the question. The first thing that we should do, we have to find the class mark. To calculate class mark rule, all of you know, we have to add these two values and we have to divide by 2. 100 plus 120, this will give 220. 220 divided by 2, it will give 110. Here size of the class is 20, so we have to add 20 with 110, then I will get 130, which will be the class mark for the second row. Again you add 20, it will be 150, again 20, 170 and finally 190. So we got class marks. From this class mark, any value we have to consider as assume mean. We can consider let 150 to be the assume mean. As I told you in the previous sum, you can take any value, but it is always better to take something from the middle. Here we have considered a to be the assume mean. So in the deviation section it will be xi minus a, and here a is 150. So 150 is to be subtracted from all the class marks. So 110 minus 150, it will give minus 40. 130 minus 150, it will give minus 20. 150 minus 150, it will be 0. 170 minus 150, it will give 20, and 190 minus 150 will be 40. So we got the deviations. Now product. For product, we have to multiply frequency and deviation. So 10 into minus 40, it will be minus 400. 20 into minus 20, it will be minus 400. 30 into 0, it will be 0. 15 into 20, it will be 300. And 5 into 40, it will be 200. Once table is obtained, now we have to add all the frequencies to get summation fi. Here if we add all the frequencies, then we are going to get 80. And if I add all the products, here minus 400 and minus 400, it will be added together, which will give minus 800. And these two are positive values. If I add these two, it will be 500. So minus 800 plus 500, it will give minus 300. So we got summation FIDI is minus 300 and summation FI is 80. In this particular sum, we have considered 150 to be the assume mean. So we have to mention let assume mean AB 150. Mean x bar equals to A plus summation FIDI by summation FI. In the bracket, you just mention that we are using assume mean method. Now A we have considered 150 plus FIDI we got minus 300 and FI is 80. So it will be minus 300 by 80. So it will be 150 plus minus minus 300 by 80. Cancel these two zeros. So we are left with 150 minus 30 by 8. This 30 and 8 can be cancelled by 2. We will get 15 and in the denominator it will be 4. Now it will be 150 minus 15 by 4. We can consider 1 in the denominator. Now LCM of 1 and 4 will be 4. 4 divided by 1, 4. 4 into 150, 600 minus 4 divided by 4, 1. 1 into 15, 15. 600 minus 15 will be 585 by 4. 585 by 4. 585 divided by 4. 4 1 ja 4. 118. 4 4 ja 16. it will be 25. 4 6 ja 24, it will be 1. Take decimal, it will be 10. 4 2 ja 8, 2 20, 4 5 ja 20. So it will be 146.25. So after dividing, you are going to get 146.25. Therefore, required mean is 146.25. I hope this sum is clear, and this is the last sum from this section. In the next video, I am going to show sums by using step deviation method. Till then, bye bye, take care, and wait for the next part.